got about 2.5 inches of rain last night, so it's almost too muddy to work up on the slab, but I'm not taking a day off of this, so I rounded up all the rock I could find, and I'm going to try to push enough up onto the slab that we can at least get some work done today. I woke up this morning with a specific plan for exactly what I wanted to do out here, and in the first 15 minutes after spreading this rock, I could tell that nothing I had in mind was going to work. And it took us a few hours to come up with a plan that I felt comfortable with moving forward on. And I'm just going to take you along for that journey and try a little bit different editing style today. Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and I'm out here again today to work on getting the quonset hut put up. And all of this is new to me, and so every day I break down to what's the next task and how do we get that accomplished. The next task is bolting down this rail. I set these blocks yesterday with the intention of the outside of this being even with the block. But there's a problem with that. And that is that there's a drip rail right here, and on the middle of the block there's nowhere for that drip rail to set. There's another problem, and that is these blocks are rough cast and they're not all the same. So it's very difficult to get the tops of these blocks perfectly level so we can do a good job of bolting the track down. And I think it's very important that this track is bolted flat. So after looking at different options, we could move this to the outside of the block, but that doesn't fix the problem with leveling them. We could cut this out for a drip rail, but then water would set here. What I've decided to do is have my drip rail overhang this high point right here. And the way we're going to accomplish that is by building forms around the entire block wall, or at least one side of it, and pouring 3 inches of concrete in here, so that this drip rail sets on this. It'll actually shed water really well. So, I've never built forms before, but I got a bunch of plywood and some Tapcon screws, and we're gonna give it a try.
Yeah, I was just seeing if the bit would go through wood. I've never tried one on wood before.
Yeah, I know. That's why my next question, for the side ones, we could clamp them on.
Well. Oh no, that's not it.
Oh, good.
That's the hole.
If this is a 1/2 inch taller than that, it's okay.
Yeah.
because you're not going to be able to run down the top.
Well, you could. I mean, you still could with your. I think we try to get this outside the height that we want it, and level. So that side we know is level. Whenever you're running your trowel on it, you're gonna.
So you can do one or the other. You can either match this or you can be level.
Yeah.
I think we'll get about this high, as close as we can get, and then just stay level.
Yeah.
And so some of them, and so if you get to the highest block, and level means that you're here, and you have to knock this edge off after you're done.
Yeah.
You're watching a high-end strategy session here from a couple of guys who've never done anything like this before and don't really know much about it. If you, the viewer, think that adding concrete to this is a dumb idea, well, it was Billy's idea. But if you think it's great, that's because I worked all the bugs out of it. Okay, so
you gotta believe that this is gonna work.
I believe it's going to work.
Whether it does or it doesn't.
I just don't know if I can not look like an idiot doing it.
Well, we'll just look like an idiot together.
There's a lot of editing.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, we are? Okay. Well,
just now, I caught all that. No hill for a climber. I'm gonna make a hole here first.
you can't make a hole before you need to make the hole and that at the same time.
So we almost need to like clamp this on, or it's gonna take two people to hold the level across it and stuff. If we get this end, get like one down here.
Let's see what you want to do. Higher. Nope, down. I'm sorry. Yep, down. Up just to here. Right there.
Okay. Hold on. It needs to come this way just a tiny bit. Okay.
Let's see that so I can take this off. Because you aren't going to be able to do it with that on there. Or I guess we can, because now it don't matter. We're just from here now.
Yeah, we should just be the level from now on. And you can hold the level and move the screws down.
I'd go ahead and put one in the middle.
You and your ideas. If you're watching this thinking those guys don't know what they're doing,
you're absolutely right.
It's the truth. I think when it's all done, you won't be able to tell though.
The reality is here in 20 minutes, we may be shooting another video of us doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, make it again. Go forward with this. Beautiful.
Back to my side.
I don't know. Yeah. You know, the founding fathers didn't know what they were doing either. They just were winging it, and it worked out. I'm willing to risk whatever I got at stake on my ability to figure something out.
Yeah. We've got 2 more screws with this DeWalt stuff, and we'll have to go get new batteries, won't we?
All right. Hey, That's almost John Deere green.
Yeah, I can run home and get my Milwaukee stuff. And I don't have a hammer drill though.
Right.
I probably should stop letting that fall and hit concrete. It'd probably last longer.
Right.
We're good.
Yeah.
I really thought it was going to stay that time.
I've always heard if at first you don't succeed, try it again exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Talking about contractors and building codes. My grandpappy built an outhouse out of saplings. Didn't have no structural engineering.
I would say mine built a teepee, but Pawpaws didn't live in teepees, so.
They didn't?
No. We lived in what they call wickiups, or a longhouse, bark house. But
you know about the guy who went to the psychiatrist and was having weird dreams? Says half the time he was dreaming he was a teepee, and the other half he dreamed he was a wigwam. And the guy said, "I know what your problem is. You're too tense." On those days when your backup plan needs a backup plan, sometimes you just need to hit it with a big hammer.
one that says 40% faster and another that says 30% longer life. I want to go with the 40% faster one.
Right? I'd say that's good for all aspects of life.
Yeah.
Try to go as fast as I can all the way to the scene of the crash.
Tangled.
All right. So it's got 3 settings.
Yeah.
Hammer, hammer drill, rotary drill. I don't know what the third one is.
Yeah. I would,
Which one have we been using?
on straight up, I believe.
Did you spray oil in there?
Nope.
Those DeWalt. Sometimes those DeWalt electric tools will leak a little transmission fluid.
Yeah. Depending on what part of the country you're from, it's DeWalt.
DeWalt.
That's not hammer. Oh, that's not good.
Now we need to cut a full sheet of 3/4 inch plywood into 6-inch wide strips, which gives me a chance to show off the homemade panel saw. A lot easier than a table saw.
Battery's about done. I think it is anyway. Maybe not. Maybe I just wasn't drilling the hole deep enough.
I think we've got a pretty good plan here. The only real negative I see is on the spots that are high right now, that concrete's gonna be really thin. So I'm gonna try to get a concrete that is good for thin layers like that, but I'm also gonna try to knock some of these blocks down. So I've got a grinding wheel for concrete, and I have a circular saw blade for concrete. And I think what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna make some slits in the concrete where it's high and then bust it out with the jackhammer. So I better get some safety glasses and some hearing protection. All right, I think that depth is adjusted too low, but it cut. Now, Big Bad Billy's coming with the jackhammer, see if we can pop those chunks out. That is going to be a little bit slow, but it's going to work.
Yeah, I think that's going to work. I'll bring down a real circular saw tomorrow. Oh, I'm not working tomorrow.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Well, I bet this won't be done before you come back. So Billy already tested this out. He said it's more for taking out little imperfections and stuff than doing major damage, but I'll try it real quick. Oh, safety first. I think it cuts great, and if you needed a little notch in something, this would be the tool. But for busting up this whole thing, you'd be on it all day. All right, so we got this side completely done. I need to get some of the spray foam. I've got like a concrete caulking that I can put along the seams of this so no concrete leaks out. But I'm gonna need spray foam to put in the bigger gaps. But basically, the goal here, we're gonna lay concrete even with this. We used a regular level and a transit level to check, and this wooden frame on the outside is actually level. And we're gonna pour that level with this and level with the high spots on the block. There may be places where we have to knock that high spot off on the block, but for the most part, it'll be level across there. And I had 4.5 inch anchors, but because we're adding this, I don't want to anchor to what we're adding. I want to anchor down here. So I'm going to try to get some 6 inch concrete anchors 1/2 inch diameter by 6 inch, and that's what's gonna hold down that wall. Basically, our metal track is gonna set here, and what we're pouring is just like a spacer and a leveler in between our large blocks and that track. Anyway, I appreciate you taking time to watch. You should see links to more of our videos over here, and I'll see you next time.